Finding deep peace through Islamic wisdom and inner truth. There comes a moment in life when the world feels louder than your heart, when your thoughts no longer comfort you, and the noise outside becomes the noise inside. You search for silence. You search for clarity. You search for something that feels like peace, but every time you think you've found it, it slips away. Today, I want to show you something different, a path that has guided hearts for centuries, finding deep peace through Islamic wisdom and inner truth. If your heart is tired, if your mind feels heavy, if your soul is restless, stay with me. These words may help you breathe again. 1. Peace is not found outside. It begins within. Islam teaches a truth that most people spend a lifetime trying to understand. What is inside you shapes what is around you. We live in a world where peace is sought in distractions, new habits, new routines, new possessions, new achievements. But none of these bring lasting calm. Why? Because the heart does not recognize peace through the world. It recognizes peace through its creator. The Prophet said, "Truly, in the heart there is a lump of flesh. If it is sound, the whole body is sound." Meaning, your peace begins at the center of your being, not at the edges of your life. When the heart is neglected, the world feels overwhelming. When the heart is nourished, the world feels manageable. Peace is not something you chase. Peace is something you become. 2. The soul was created to know its source. Islamic scholars say something profound. The soul knows its Lord, the way a child knows the comfort of its mother. This means, even when you wander, even when you forget, even when you multiply your distractions, your soul remembers where peace comes from. Deep peace is not the absence of problems. It is the return to the one who carries them for you. When you say, "Allah is enough for me," you are not making a statement. You are giving your heart a place to rest. The soul becomes restless only when it is far from the one who created it. 3. Peace comes when you let go of what controls you. Islamic wisdom is clear about this. Whatever controls your heart controls your peace. Many people lose peace, not because life is difficult, but because their attachments are misplaced. You attach to people who change. You attach to outcomes you cannot control. You attach to plans that may fail. You attach to desires that leave you empty. And then you wonder why you feel unstable. Islam teaches the opposite. Detach from what is fragile. Detach from what breaks. Detach from what shifts with the wind. Because if your peace depends on something temporary, your peace will always disappear. But if your peace depends on Allah, the one who never changes, your heart becomes unshakable. 4. Stillness is a sign of trust. Most anxiety comes from the illusion of control. You fear the future because you think you control it. You fear loss because you think you can prevent it. You fear uncertainty because you believe it is your responsibility. But Islamic wisdom teaches, your job is effort. Allah's job is outcome. When you trust this division, you stop wrestling with life. You stop suffocating under expectations. You stop torturing your mind for answers you cannot provide. True peace is not the absence of storms. It is the certainty of who guides you through them. Stillness is not laziness. Stillness is trust. 5. Silence is a form of worship. Today's world has made silence uncomfortable. People fill every quiet moment with noise, scrolling, music, messages, stimulation. But Islamic wisdom praises silence. Our scholars say, in silence, the heart remembers what the world makes it forget. Silence is where revelation descended. Silence is where prophets reflected. Silence is where the soul learns to speak. When you embrace moments of silence, not to escape, but to reflect, you awaken a deeper peace inside yourself. Sit, breathe, reflect. Let the world fade, until only your heart and its truth remain. 6. Peace grows where gratitude lives. You cannot experience deep peace if your heart is occupied by complaint. Allah says, "If you are grateful, I will increase you." Gratitude is not just a spiritual act. It is a psychological rewire. When you focus on what is missing, your life feels empty. When you focus on what is present, your life feels full. Peace grows where gratitude is planted. Gratitude softens the heart. Gratitude rewires the mind. Gratitude ushers in peace like a gentle wind. Start with one thing: your breath, your sight, your guidance, your survival, your return to Allah today. Gratitude turns moments into blessings. It turns chaos into calm. 7. Peace is a practice, not a destination. Most people wait for peace like it is an arrival. I'll be at peace when things get better. I'll be at peace when life settles. I'll be at peace when I succeed. But peace is not the end of the journey. Peace is the path itself. Islam teaches, the believer is calm when nothing is calm around him. Because peace is not a reaction, it is a construction, a daily practice, a choice repeated again and again. You choose patience. You choose gratitude. You choose trust. You choose perspective. You choose remembrance. Peace is built, one thought at a time, one prayer at a time, one return at a time. 8. Returning to Allah is the true beginning of peace. Every journey of peace in Islam ends here. Return. Return to dhikr. Return to prayer. Return to purpose. Return to humility. Return to dependence. Return to trust. Return to your Creator. Allah says, "Verily, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find peace." Not in the world, not in people, not in achievement, but in remembrance. Deep peace does not appear suddenly. It appears when the heart recognizes who it belongs to. Return to Him, and your mind will soften. Return to Him, and your heart will loosen. Return to Him, and peace will no longer be a visitor, it will become a resident. Peace is not found, it is awakened. So if you've been searching for calm, if you've been longing for clarity, if you've been yearning for relief, remember, peace begins within. Your soul knows its Lord. Attach to what doesn't change. Trust more than you fears. Seek silence. Practice gratitude. Build peace daily. Return to Allah. Deep peace is already inside you. Islamic wisdom does not give you peace. It awakens the peace that Allah placed in you. Let this be your awakening. Let this be your return. Let this be your peace.